Alright, good morning. Thanks for clicking on to Vogan's European Outlook. It is Wednesday and looking out at the sunny skies of Aberdeen here this morning. Dry conditions, of course, has been the mainstay throughout the month so far. And it looks as if we're going to continue to see that. We are going to introduce a little bit more in the way of rain threat as we go forward here, but the first and foremost thing I want to do here this morning is look at the latest GFS snow threat, and we're not done just yet here. As we skip through the loop, you can see here that the modelling indicates snow coming down in the eastern half of the continent, but then as we start to push towards next week, the modelling is still seeing snow, as you can see here, which is pretty interesting. Even down in towards parts of Cambridgeshire, maybe Lincolnshire and that as well. Yeah, but take this, of course, with a pinch of salt. Snow over the Highlands, even the southern uplands, even the North Pennines, isn't overly unusual, even for early May. Maybe so for, the southern uplands and the North Pennines, but certainly up across the Highlands, snow in May is not by any means unheard of here. Want to look at the GFS, and it's quite interesting to see here. We've got one super typhoon Sergei here that's kind of hugging the coast here of Asia. That's kind of lifting north, and what that's doing is it's actually essentially enhancing the amplification of the pattern here. So the buckling of the jet. You can see here a lot of reds here indicating ridging high pressure. Well, of course, we've been looking at this in the past couple of videos, the high pressure over Scandinavia as well. And it's as this feature here, this big system, pumps heat northwards, it starts to enhance the blocking over the top over the Arctic region here. So as we skip through the loop here, Sergei continues to weaken as it pushes up into colder waters, of course. But watch how we start to see the transition to a more blocky pattern, and of course in the return of a Greenland block as well, a very strong Greenland block as well. And what's going to take place is we're going to see this build and strengthen up over Greenland. The trough that's over Europe starts to strengthen initially over Eastern Europe, starts to push westwards here, and eventually we'll start to see that cold trough push into the UK here and into France, perhaps even into Iberia as well. But it's interesting to see here how we start to see the setup taking place, where we've got more in the way of blocking over the Arctic, over Greenland. And of course, we're seeing the colder conditions return to the UK. Now, of course, at this time of the year, we've got big diurnal temperature swings, so below freezing at night. But with the dry soils, we've got less in the way of moisture within the atmosphere. So when the sun, of course, does come up, and we've got a mid-August strength sun now at this time of the year, you, of course, it heats the air very, very quickly. We're going to be seeing big temperature swings below freezing at night, but we could see temperatures rebound towards 18 to possibly even 20 Celsius in places such as Glasgow and Edinburgh. Mainly western areas is going to see the big swing in temperature here, but we've got some fairly warm days coming up, folks. But we'll maintain, of course, the cold at night. So we've got a nice strong area of high pressure centred right over the British Isles. So that's allowing for light winds, clear skies, and that big fluctuation between temperatures shooting above normal during the daytime to below normal at night time. But you can see here as we skip through the loop, what takes place is we've got an attempt at low pressure coming in from the southwest, but the area of high pressure is just simply too strong. And what's going to take place is as we skip forward here, we've got some systems trying to push into the northern half of the British Isles, and once that system exits, the modelling indicates another return of northerly airflow, so a chilly flow, and that would be what brings the snowfall across parts of the UK as we go forward here. Of course, this is one individual model run, but notice here high pressure to the west, low pressure to the east. You've got the northerly airflow. Of course, at this time of the year, it's not going to be anything like what we've seen at the start of April, but certainly it is going to bring a decrease in temperature even by daytime, especially in that northerly airflow. So we could see temperatures towards the end of the month, even into the beginning of May, struggle to get out of single figures. So that will be interesting to watch. So plenty of things continuing. We've got this continuation of dry weather. We're going to continue to keep temperatures at bay. So the month will wind up below normal. It's just a question of how much below normal, because of course we are seeing that increase in temperature during the daytime. So that's it from a sunny Aberdeen. Hope you have a good remainder of your day, and I'll be back in the next couple of days with more. Bye for now.